Okay. So I have created three EC2 machine, EC2 machine in Virginia, EC2 machine in Mumbai, and as well as in Sydney, and all are hosting the website. Now let's go to Route 53 and understand
सर
how
वो सिडनी वाला नहीं हुआ ना?
Sydney वाला अपन आएगा. Done. Kidneys up. Okay. Now
या
coming to the document. So we have routing policies. The following are the routing policy available in Route 53. The simple routing, weighted routing, latency based routing, failover routing, geolocation routing, and geoproxy and multi-value routings. So what are this different routing? Okay, health checkup we'll talk about in some time. So what is simple routing? So I said as soon as the request is landed to your Route 53 in cloud in AWS, how that request will pass to the next phase of your transmission. So as you can see, we have three machines. Now how I want to pass the request to all these three machines. So first of all is a simple routing. If you choose a simple routing, you will only have one record with multiple IPs. Okay, if you specify the multiple value in the record, the route 50 is return all the value in to the user in random order. So you are the user. When you hit the URL, it will send the request to EC2 machine randomly or in a round robin fashion if we are selecting the simple routing. Okay, so in Route 53 we have different type of routing policy. So these are the two default records which we get when we create the Route 53. Now let's go and create a new record. So it is a record. Always we are creating the A record, and you have to select the simple routing. Here the routing policies are there. Okay, and here I am going to pass the IP address. So let me copy the IP address in Notepad for make it simplicity. So Virginia, Mumbai, and Sydney. Okay, I'm just copying the IP address. Okay, this is for Virginia, this is for Mumbai, and this is for Sydney. So let me copy all three IP addresses. For simple routing, we can select all the IP address and paste it here. You can see enter the multi-value on a space line, separate line, paste. Simple routing, a record. A record basically is the mapping between your domain name and the IP address. So if you are giving multiple value, it will select any random value and send the request to the given IP address and put the TTL as 3 seconds. Okay, otherwise we will not able to update the next part of our topic. Okay, it will not going to update. Right now we are putting the TTL as 3 seconds. Okay, now create a record. So before doing that, let me show you if my URL is working or not. Let's open it here. So I am not able to reach this URL. Okay, I am not able to hit this URL, and it is showing me that you can't reach the site. But as soon as I save this record, okay, as soon as I save this record, now any request coming to this URL will be routed to any of this IP address. Okay, now let me refresh it. It will take couple of seconds to get it updated the DNS across the world. Now you can see, now it's Sydney. If I refresh it, it might go to Sydney, it might go to Mumbai, it might go to Virginia. So let's try in different browsers. Sometime because of the local cache, it will point to the Sydney. Let's go and open in different browser. You can see it has gone to Virginia. I'm opening in Mozilla. Again, it went to Sydney. So it's random. It's not always in the same browser, same location. It will be randomly in any of the three IP addresses which we have provided. Any question on the simple routing mechanism? Okay. So why I have given TTL as 3 seconds? Just to make sure that the cache is not more than 3 seconds. So if you refresh, right now it's stuck to Sydney, but it should go to a different any of the different port or the EC2 machine. Okay, so it's random. It's not always same. It has gone to Virginia now. Any question on this? So it can go to Mumbai, it can go to Virginia, it can go to Sydney. Now it's all random. Question? Are we clear on this? I'm just checking the IP address Mumbai 142. 140. Okay. Clear? So this is how the in real world the websites are hosted and they are randomly selected. So somebody said that how we are going to host a website and how the user will able to access them. So this is our URL. This is our domain. So I'm accessing the website using IP address, right? We are accessing the website using IP addresses. But giving it is not feasible for us to provide the IP address to the client. We are not going to provide IP addresses. You can see I have hosted my website in three different regions across the world. Okay, and I'm not providing the IP addresses. I am providing the URL. I'm accessing the URL. So if I'm entering the URL, it is going to select any one of the given server randomly, and it will hit the server EC2 machine. Agree? Is it clear? Any question till here? Anybody has any query, doubt? Please let me know. Okay. Now, this is a simple routing. Here, Amazon will send the request randomly to any of the list of IP you have provided. Now, what is the next? Weighted routing. What is my weighted routing? So, I don't want to send the request to EC2 machine randomly. Let's say I have created the EC2 machine and this machine has only 1 GB RAM, or this is a small machine and this is a big machine which can handle a huge traffic. Okay, so I want to send a traffic in such a fashion that it should distribute in 20/80 ratio or any ratio I wanted. So this is called weighted traffic. So I can distribute the traffic on a given scale. So you can split the traffic on the basis of different weight assigned. For example, you can set 10% to your you can set 10% of your traffic to go to US East one and 90% to AP South one. Now it's up to me how I want to distribute the traffic. Okay. So right now we have given a simple routing where there is no partiality or there is no weightage given to any of the URL. But if I want to create the partiality or I have to create a weightage routing where I can give more weightage to this IP as compared to this one. So before that, let's delete the previous routing, the simple routing. Let's delete this. So I have deleted the simple routing. You can't delete this two default one. Okay, only we can create delete a record. Create, so a record. Give the IP address here of Virginia. Okay. Now you can select the weighted routing and TTL as 3. Now, as soon as I selected a weighted routed, here a new option is pop up. In simple routing, there is nothing. But as soon as I selected a weighted routing, a new options are available. You can see the optionality. One is weightage. One is weightage. So you can give a weightage from 0 to 255. So I'm giving right now Virginia 30%. Let's say. Okay. But there is a new option called health check. Now, what is health check? What is health check now? Can anybody guess what is health check? What is health check in this case? It is not available in simple routing, but in case of weighted routing, this is available. Anyone?
CPU utilization.
Okay, more detail. I need more information. Okay, so what is weighted out health checkup? So before going to save it, if you go, if you check here, there is a new option called health check. So what if your EC2 machine goes down? Any of the machine is goes down, and you are sending traffic to that machine. If your this machine is gone down, and you are sending that traffic to this machine, what will happen? Your request will fail. Yes or no? If you are sending the traffic to a unhealthy EC2 machine or unhealthy server, what will happen? User will not able to access the website. Agree? Yes. So what Route 53 give us a feature called health check. So a health we can enable a health check on all the machine, and we can integrate that health check with Route 53. So as the Route 53 will continuously monitor the health check of each and individual machine, and if it's found that this machine is not healthy, it will stop sending the traffic to that particular machine or particular IP address. This is called health checkup. So you can set a health check on individual record set. If a record set fail a health check, it will be removed from Route 53 until it passes the health check again. So the Route 53 will not send the traffic uh, on that particular IP address or the machine until the health checkup is healthy. You can set SNS notification to alert you if the health checkup fails. So how can we set up the health check? So go to the Route 53. You can click on health checks. There is no health check right now in my machine or Route 53. Click here. Create a health check. For which machine I'm creating? Virginia. I'm creating health checkup for Virginia. What is the IP address of Virginia? So Route 53 will keep checking if this IP address is up or not. It is able to hit the IP or not. Okay, so it is going to hit this IP address just like we are hitting manually. We are hitting and we are getting a response. Same thing, Route 53 will do the health checkup for us continuously. Okay, if you click on advanced, you can see the health checkup it is doing. Let's click on fast health checkup, failure threshold 3, all things let it be default. So every 10 second, the health checkup will take place. Okay, the status is unknown right now, but it will be healthy in few seconds or minutes. Let's create meanwhile health checkup for Mumbai EC2 machine. Just have to pass the IP address. As simple as this. There are more options to explore, but right now we are doing a default one. Do you want to create a notification or alarm? No. Getting health checkup for Sydney. So we will pass this information. We will pass this information to Route 53 that use this health checkup report to determine if the server is up or not. So this health checkup again, it's not free. It comes with a charge. You can see the charges while creating the health checkup. You can see no. If you're selecting standard, no additional option selected. View the pricing. I'm selecting this basic or additional fast. The pricings are different. So to monitor the health, there is a price associated with it. Basic health checkup, $0.5 per health checkup per month. Okay, and if I'm going with the fast one, $1 per month per health checkup. So I have created 3 health checkups. Okay, let, let me refresh it. It will come up in couple of seconds. Now let's go to our hosted zone. Let's go to our domain name. Now here I will create again the weighted routing. Okay, for Virginia. Now here I'm going to enter individual IP addresses for each EC2 machine. Weighted routing. So for Virginia I'm giving 30% and health checkup is for Virginia. You can give any name, Virginia. Okay, and create. So I have created a one routing to Virginia. Okay, if I refresh it, so all the traffic will go to Virginia. Why? Because I have given only one A record. So all the traffic, even though I have given 30, but there is no other IP address available or EC2 machine available. So all the traffic will go to Virginia. Now I have to create more A record with weighted routing. So let's give Mumbai health checkup and traffic to Mumbai is 50%. Okay. So what will happen now? So 50 and 30. It will distribute the traffic in this ratio. 50% will go to this IP address and 30% will go to this IP address. 50 and it will divide into a ratio. I will create one more weighted routing 3 second and for Sydney. Okay, and giving 20% here. So I have divided the traffic into a ratio of 2 ratio 3 ratio 5. According to the percentage, each percentage, the traffic will be distributed. Now, as I have given more weightage to Mumbai, major chunk of the traffic will go to Mumbai region. If you try in different browser, let's check it out. So major chunk of the traffic will go to Mumbai region, and other will be in Virginia or then Sydney, according to the weightage we have provided. Any question on the weighted routing? Any question on the weighted routing?
सर ये वेटेज मतलब ये कुछ समझा नहीं मतलब जो 20-30 रेशियो दिया है ना 20-30-50
Mhm.
ये प्रायोरिटी वाइज है या फिर कुछ ऐसा मतलब कुछ एक्सप्लेन
Percentage.
करोगे क्या?
This is a percentage, you can say. So,
ओके.
okay. So now it's a simple. I'm giving a weightage. Weightage मतलब
हम्म.
preference. Bias हो गया. So you know the
हम्म.
mathematics. Just add this thing. What
हम्म.
is the total percentage now? 100.
90. हाँ राइट.
100.
100.
So if I give some other value, let's say this is 100. If I change it to 100, so you just have to calculate the simple mathematics. Okay, 100. Let's say. So now it is not 100, now it is 150, but you can calculate the value according to percentage. I can create the percentage here. How? Uh, you can create the ratio, right? In mathematics we have learned that thing, how we can calculate the percentage. Agree? So what is the here? 30, 100 and 20. So what is the percentage here? Sum of all these three things. How we calculate the percentage? Is 150
एडिशन प्लस डिवाइडेड बाय 3.
divided by 150 total, right?
राइट.
150 and multiply by 100, right? I'm just will multiply. So this is the percentage the traffic will go. So assume that you have 100 requests, right? If you have 100
ओके.
requests, so how many requests will go to this server? 66. Agar I'm sending 100 requests, 66 will go to this region, 13 will go to this region, and 20 will go to the first
So
server.
it's like give a weightage for the each and every area.
Yes. It's up to you. Why we are creating this? It has a
सो
feature. You can use it.
मतलब इसमें ये कर सकते हैं कि जो जहाँ पे ज्यादा यूज होने वाला है वहां पे हम लोग वेट ज्यादा दे सकते हैं.
Now, assume that this is a huge machine. The Mumbai region EC2 machine is huge. It can handle a huge traffic. So let's handle more traffic on that as compared to Virginia. Agree?
आई एग्री. थैंक यू. तो ओवरऑल पर्पज इसका बस होस्टिंग के लिए राइट.
Yes, yes. Route 53 is basically to resolve the DNS. That's it. So if you have
ओके सर.
somebody who has a website or URL and you want to, and your website is hosted on Amazon. Okay, if all the servers are in Amazon, then only you will use Route 53, right? To land the
राइट
request
सर.
to AWS services to pass it to further. Okay. Now,
ओके. ओके सर. थैंक यू.
third type of routing. So we have different routings available. So we have talked about simple routing. We have talked about weighted routing. Then let's go to latency based routing. What is latency based routing and failover routing? Okay. Latency based routing. So what is latency based routing? Allow you to route your traffic based on the lowest latency for your user end, that is when the region will give them the fastest response. To use the latency based routing, you create latency resource record set for Amazon resource in each region that hosts the website. Okay, let's go to what is latency based routing. What is the meaning of latency? Meanwhile, I open a one PPT. Anybody can guess what is the latency? What is the meaning of latency? Anybody remember? We have talked about latency many times in our.
Time delay.
Okay, yes, it is a delay. Agree. Can you be more specific or more clear on what is mean by that?
Delay timing.
So basically, the time taken by a website to response is calculated on by latency. So if it is taking less time to load, it has a less latency. If it's taking more time, it has more latency, right? So let's take an example. This is my PPT. This is my region, and you have one server here, one machine here. Okay, we have a Mumbai region. Let's call it EC2 machine, which is hosted in Mumbai. Okay, now a person living here, and person living here, who will have the less latency? One, two, three. Out of three users, who will have the less latency to connect to the machine located in Mumbai region? Ideally, who will have a less latency? Person number two.
Number two.
Why? Because it is ideally it is near to him, right? This person is near to him, so ideally the person near to the server will have less latency. Agree? Who will have the maximum latency? This number three will have a maximum latency. Yes, and one will have an intermediate latency as compared to 2 and 3. Now let's assume a server is here, or again let's take in Mumbai itself, but there is a congestion in this area. Here the network congestion is there, so the request from 2 used to come through this route. Let me clear it out a little. Okay, so in the first scenario, we agree that 2 will have less latency as compared to 3. Okay, now let's take here one more server here. So if the user 3 is in this region, which server will be faster to connect to user 3? Server, this server or this server? Let's call it E. Let's call it this server as E. So for user 3, which is the nearest or which will have the less latency, with the server E or with server M? Ideally server E is near, then the latency will be less. But let's say there is a congestion in this area. Congestion means the traffic is taking time, because we are over the internet, right? We try to connect it over the internet. Your request can go like this, but here it is taking time. There are servers which is taking time. Okay, so let's say initially the request was taking 2 seconds, and here request was taking 4 seconds to give the response. The site was taking 2 seconds to response, and here it is taking 4 seconds to response. Now because there is congestion, it is giving 6 seconds to response. So here Route 53 will send request to server E or server M in this case. Though the distance is less, the latency is high. You're getting my point? Ideally, the traffic should go to server E because the distance is less, so the latency should be less. But latency is not calculated on the basis of distance. It is based on the how fast you will get response. Here it is taking 6 seconds. Here it is taking 4 seconds. Even though distance is high, but latency is low. You're, are you getting what I'm trying to say? So in this case, Route 53 will send the request to server E or server M. Which server it will send? Let me know. समझ आया what I'm trying to say? समझ नहीं आया तो मुझे बताओ. So latency is calculated on the time taken for a request to go and come back. Here it is taking 6 seconds. So Route 53 will send the request where the latency is less. So in this case, as it is 4 seconds, it will send to this server. The request of this user will not go to E, it will go to M server. Clear? Any question? Any question on this? Latency based routing? Yes or no? So latency is calculated not by distance but by the uh, response given by a website. Clear? Any question on this? So I'm deleting the previous one, previous 3 routings. Okay. Now my website will not work, or it will take a couple of seconds to refresh. Because of the cache, it is showing, it is giving me the response. But as soon as the cache will be deleted, there is I will get a website not found error. Let's go and create a routing. Okay, let's go and create a latency based routing. 3 second. Apart from simple routing, I can create the health checkup for all the routings. Simple routing doesn't provide the health checkup. Apart from simple routing, I can create health checkup for all the other type of routing. Okay. Now this is Virginia, so I'm specifying where the server is. Okay. So this is Virginia. The region is Virginia. I can add more here itself. They are providing this feature. 3. This is Mumbai. So right now I'm in India. Which region will be near to me, or which region will give me the less latency? Tell me. Which region will give me, or I will connect to which EC2 machine now? Which EC2 machine will Route will send my request to? On which EC2 machine now? Out of three region, which EC2 machine Amazon will send my request to? Mumbai, Sydney, or Virginia? Tell me. Which is near to me, or with ideally this Mumbai is near to me. Mumbai region will have less latency. So this is going to, on Mumbai. Let's check any other URL which is not Mumbai. Okay, this is Virginia. If I enter, it is sending my request to Mumbai. Now if I switch my VPN, so in right now I'm in India, Indian servers, right? If you can use VPNs, what is VPN? Proxy. Anybody know what is proxy? So let me check if any proxies servers are available for me to access. Okay, no. So proxy servers are basically they hide my server that I am from India and I can just uh, send the request from other region of the world. I'm not sure any proxy will work, right? Because it's my office laptop, it will not allow me to change the proxy. Hmm. So basically, what was trying to do, I was trying to change my location from India to any other region and send the request to Route 53 so that it will get confused and it will send the traffic to the nearby region. So if you have the access, if you're doing the lab, you can try to change the proxy. Okay. One thing I can do, I can connect to Office VPN, which will be giving me. Let's check. Let me connect to a VPN. Just give me 1 minute. So let me try to switch the network to my company's DNS to company's VPN, and this is Israel server. So now, if I'm sending request from Mumbai, it should go to any other region. Let's check it out. So the problem is TTL. I'm not sure it will go to Virginia or not. Every request is coming to Mumbai itself. It might be, even though Israel is far from here, it is giving less latency. It is not going to Virginia. Hope you are able to understand what is latency based routing. So out of this three server, which has the less latency from the user, the request will go to that server. So right now also it's Mumbai. Any question? Latency based routing. Okay. So let's go to next part. To use latency based routing, you can create latency resource record for the Amazon in each region that hosts the website. With Amazon routing as Route 53 receive a query, whenever the Route 53 receives a query for your website, it selects the latency record set for the region that gives the user the lowest latency. Route 53 then respond with the value associated with that resource set. Okay, so which has the less latency, it will send to the traffic to that particular machine. It will send to this machine. Now failover routing. Now this is one of the interesting routing. What is failover routing, or what is my failover? We have learned about failover in our previous classes. But what is failover? Anybody knows what is failover? So basically failover is active standby. So I'm sending all my traffic to my primary. I'm sending all my traffic to my primary, only one machine, and there will be a standby. So if primary goes down, then the secondary will come up. If primary goes down, then the secondary will come up. Okay. So let's go and create an active standby for primary secondary routing in Route 53. Okay. Create the record. Here, select the failover. So you can see failover type primary. You have to select the primary. Okay, which is the primary? So for me, I'm selecting Virginia as the primary EC2 machine or primary site. Okay, latency again 3 second. Now here you can see the health checkup is mandatory. For any other, health checkup is optional. Why here health checkup is mandatory? Because with the health checkup, it will see the health of the machine. If the machine is up or not. Okay. As soon as the health checkup fails, it will send traffic to the secondary one. So here I'm selecting the secondary failover. Now as soon as the primary goes down, the traffic will move to the secondary one.
सर स्क्रीन नहीं दिख रहा है।
स्क्रीन नहीं दिख रहा है? Let me reshare it.
नहीं दिख रहा है सर।
Okay, I have shared it again.
अभी
Okay,
दिख रहा है।
great. So I have created the record with failover. Okay, primary and the health checkup. Here the TTL is 3 second. Failover secondary. So I have given the IP address for Mumbai and this is Virginia. I have selected Virginia as primary and Mumbai as secondary. Now what will happen? All the traffic will go to the primary one. Yes or no? So ideally all the traffic will go to Virginia. So let's check it out. The website is down. It will take a couple of seconds to propagate the changes which we have done. Virginia. You can see. Refresh. All the servers web will go to Virginia. Why? Because we have created Virginia as primary. Now let's go and kill the EC2 machine in Virginia. Let's stop the EC2 machine in Virginia. So I'm stopping it. Refresh, restart will also do the same work, but I'm stopping the machine. Now stopping the machine will only create one problem for me. The IP will get changed. Okay, but you can see now we are not able to hit the Virginia. It is taking time. And how Route 53 will get to know that this website is down? Using the health checkup, which we have created. So the Virginia health checkup will start failing. So we have taken fast. It will take 10 seconds to 15 seconds to update that. You can see health checker. It starts failing. So as soon as all the health checkups are failed, here you will able to see the health checkup is failing. Okay, refresh. So it will take couple of seconds for Route 53 to understand that there is a failure according to health checkup. As soon as the health checkup goes unhealthy, it will switch to Mumbai. So you can see the latencies are going down. You can see there is a failure, unhealthy. Now if I refresh, it should go to Mumbai. Hmm. It should go to Mumbai now. You can see it has gone to Mumbai. Okay, automatically it has routed to Mumbai. Now it took some time because the health checkup is not that fast. Okay, take time for health checkup to refresh. We have taken 10-second refresh time. Okay, if we have ability to refresh the health checkup quickly, our switchover will take more faster. So this is a real world example where all the traffic is was going to Mumbai, Virginia, and as soon as the Virginia site goes down, the servers goes down, and it updates the Route 53. The failover happened, and all your request has gone to Mumbai automatically. Did we change anything? Did we do any manual intervention here? Yes or no? It has automatically routed to the secondary site. समझ आया है क्या कह रहा हूँ मैं? Yes or no? Quickly बताइए समझ आ रहा है?
Yes, I got it.
Okay. So this is a failover routing. So failover routing policy are used when you want to create an active passive setup. Okay. For example, you want your primary site to be EU West 2 and the second site to be AP South 2. Okay. So these are different region. So this is how we create a disaster recovery or active standby. So we are having primary here. A primary region goes down, not easy. It's all region we are talking about. Okay, so it will reroute your request to the another region. The route utility will monitor the health of your primary site using health check. A health check monitors the health of your endpoint. जो भी आपका हेल्थ चेकअप है वो आपके एसी मशीन का हेल्थ देखता रहेगा. It is going to monitor the health of your the machine or the IP address which is pointing, and if the health checkup fails, it will route to the secondary one. Clear? It is a failover routing. Clear? Let's go to the next routing. It is geolocation routing. Okay. Now, what is geolocation routing? So, geolocation and latency based routing, people get confused between geolocation and latency based routing. So, latency based routing is basically the routing which has less latency, but geolocation means according to user location. So, this is one server, this is another server, and this is third server. So, the people or the user in this region will all the requests will go to this server. People from this region or the user from this region, the request will go to this server, and user from this other region will go to Sydney region. This is called geolocation routing. So I can specify that which user or which region's user request will go to which EC2 machine. We can specify this thing very easily using geolocation. So is it clear what is geolocation and how it is different from latency? So basically, I can specify which uh, user in which region should be pointing to which machine. Now, can anybody give a real example on here where we are using this type of feature? Meanwhile, let me start the machine again. Where we are using this type of feature, according to the geographical region, our requests are landing to different servers. Can you give me a real example where we can use this feature? No. Okay. So, how many of you are using Google and Facebook nowadays and they have a local language? Can you see a language? You can see only the language which is served in India. Are you able to see the languages like Chinese or Italian language or any other languages? Yes or no? So all your request is originating from India. So all your requests are going to the machine or the server which are handle or which are designed to handle the request coming from Indian servers, Indian users. Yes or no? Are you getting? Second point. How many of you are using Amazon website? Amazon website, in which currency you are able to see the prices of the products? What is the
dollar.
currency? What is the currency which you are able to see on the website? INR, right? Why it is not showing Chinese currency or why it not showing any other country's currency? Because all requests which is originated from India are going to the server specifically for Indian customers. All requests coming from America is designed or is handled by the machine which is dedicatedly assigned for them. All the requests coming from this region will go to the machine dedicatedly assigned for them. This is called geolocation. So basically it is used for handling the request for the local people. Question. So geolocation routing let you choose where your traffic will be sent based on the geographical location of your user. That is the location from which the DNS request originated. So right now we are in India. Right now we are in India. So if I want all the requests coming from this particular region to go to Sydney server, can I do that? Yes or no? I have a server in Sydney and I want all the requests to go to the Sydney server, right? My server is rested in Sydney. I can do that. Getting? Yes or no? समझ आया? किसी को ये चीज
No,
समझ में?
sir. Can you repeat it again?
Okay. So what is geolocation routing? Basically, if I want to send a traffic, let's say this is a one region and the machine is here, okay, and there is one more machine here and one more machine here, and I want to select that out of these three machine where I want to send the request to. Okay, so previously it was routing based, it was latency based, but here I can select all these requests coming from South America will go to the to this machine. Okay, all the requests coming from Asian specific region will go to this machine. Okay, here सिडनी में एक मशीन बनाया हमने, चलो मैं सिडनी में भेजना चाहता हूँ. I want to send the traffic to Sydney machine. So according to the user location, so if user is in this location, उसकी कौन से मशीन पे जाएगा, इस पे या इस पे? I can select that thing. Okay, I can select if user is in this region, it will go to Sydney region. If user in this is particular region, now अगर इसके अलावा जो भी यहाँ पे है इतना, okay, let me change the color. Now users are in this region. Nice color. Apart from this, this is a region which I'm selecting, and I'm saying that if the user in this dark blue region, it will send to the server which is located here. I can select the server. Okay, so why this is helpful for us? Because the machine might be designed to handle the request as per the local people requirement, just like the local language or the currency. So you might be confusing why I have selected the machine in Sydney, मशीन कहीं भी हो सकता है, बट इस मशीन के ऊपर मैंने इंडियन कस्टमर के हिसाब से कॉन्फ़िगरेशन कर रखा है. एग्री? दिस मशीन इज स्पेसिफिक टू एशियन कंट्रीज. This machine is specific to European and North America countries. This machine is specifically to South America. So this machine I will configure such a way that it will have a ads, it will have a language, it will have a currency for South American people. This machine will configure in such a way that it will cater the this area, this language, this region ads. This machine will scatter the traffic of Asian people so that the ads, the currency, or the language will be specific to Asian region. Yes or no? So I will show you. अब समझ आया?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me change the IP address of Virginia. Virginia machine came up. Okay. The IP will get changed. So let me change the IP. Let me check if the EC2 machine is up and website is hosted. Yes, website is running. Now to change the IP address in the Route 53. Health checkup I have to change. Okay, now coming to hosted zone. So let me know, we are in Mumbai. Which EC2 machine do you want the Mumbai traffic to go to? Do it want to go to Virginia? Do you want to send it to Mumbai machine, or do you send the traffic to Sydney machine? Because we are in Mumbai, we are in India. So if I select the geolocation, okay, now it's up to me. All the people, so geolocation, you can see. So I can select the country. So if I select the India, or if you want, just they will show the continent as well. So all the traffic coming from Asia, which server do you want to send it to? I want to send it to this server, which is Sydney. So all the requests originating from India or the Asia region will be sent to Sydney region, Sydney machine, the machine I have selected. It's up to you which machine do you want to send. Okay.
बट
And
लेटेंसी बढ़ जाएगा ना ऐसे, इन
ah,
केस अगर ये ऐसे किया.
right. That is latency is different here. But I want to select. I want to just here we have the option. अभी जनरली तो मशीन मेरे इंडिया में रहेगा ना. I am just want to show that I
फोर्सफुली अगर करेंगे तो ही ऐसा हो
yes
सकता है.
yes yes yes. I just want to show you that कि वो मशीन जरूरी नहीं मुंबई में ही हो. I want to make it more clear. अभी ये नॉर्थ अमेरिका, ये वर्जीनिया का मशीन है और मैंने अमेरिका वाले सिस्टम पे भेज रहा हूँ. अब ये बताइए, लेट मी नो, इज इट ऑलवेज दैट योर मशीन विल बी इन मुंबई रीजन? ऐसा होगा क्या? अब जब व्हेन फेसबुक वाज लॉन्च, ऑल द ट्रैफिक, ऑल द सर्वर्स वर इन यूएस, राइट? व्हेन गूगल वाज लॉन्च, all the traffic was coming and it was routed to American servers. India में servers नहीं थे, right? When they started putting the server in India, then the traffic from Indian people started going to that server. But यहाँ पे server ही नहीं थे, there was no server here. That time all the traffic was going to American servers. All the traffic was routed to American servers. Agree? So now it's your you have EC2 machine, you have flexibility using Route 53, that or using AWS, that you can create the machine, you can create the machine in any region across the globe. You can create any machine across the world and you can transfer the data, you can host a website. So right now we are in Asia region and I have pointed that much to Sydney. So if I refresh it, the traffic is going to Sydney machine. Is it clear? Geolocation based, yes or no? It is also help in the scenarios where there's a terrorist activities going on, or any issue. Right now war is going on, even we can block, as I remember, we can block it. Okay, default. So if, let's say, Russia, all the traffic coming from Russia, I don't want it to go to my main server. I have created a new server here, and all the traffic coming from Russia will be routed here. So I'm showing different thing for Russia people. Okay, this is how the geolocation works. Okay, I don't want to show the same content for all the people. According to their user location, I want to customize and send the traffic to a given server. समझ आया? Yes or no? Please let me know if you have any question here. Clear? Question. Okay. For example, so let's go. You might want all the queries from India to route to the fleet of EC2 machines that are specifically configured for Indian customers. This server may have local languages of your Indian customers, and all the prices are displayed in INR. So Indian customers, we are sending traffic to Mumbai servers. US customers, we are sending traffic to US EC2 machines. Now geoproxy, I will explain you in 1 minute. Now multi-value answer. Now what is mean by multi-value? So this routing is similar to the simple routing, but it supports health checkup. We have seen the simple routing. Does simple routing support health checkup? It doesn't support. But if you want a simple routing with health checkups, so you can do the multi-value answer. Okay, it provides the health checkup. So I'm creating for Virginia. You can select the health checkup. It will just route the request. Simple. Any one of the IP, it will send the traffic based on the health checkup. Simple. So I have created all three with health checkup. So hopefully Virginia health checkup is also up. Healthy. Nice. So let's go and check. So Mumbai. Now it will show randomly any of the website. Okay, it will show randomly any of the server. Virginia. So even you can check, it will give you any of the value from 3 servers. Okay, this is again multi-value, which will have any of the given routing from Mumbai, Sydney or Virginia. It's a simple routing with a health checkup. So multi-value routing let you configure a Route 53 to return multiple values such as IP address of your website in response to DNS. You can specify multi-value for almost any record, but multi-value record also let you check the health of your machine. So just like simple routing, it also helps. It has a health checkup associated with it. So Route 53 return only the value for healthy resources. Anybody have any question till here before I further move? This is multi-value answer. Anybody has any question on the routings? Yes or no? So geoproxy is one remaining. I will explain that. Okay. Now, out of this all routing, if I want to create a complex routing policy, okay, I want to create a permutation combination of this all routing, that I required some simple routing as well as weightage, failover, geolocation. All this routing I required. So I can create a traffic policy. So if you go to your Route 53, there is a traffic policy. Here I can create a traffic policy. It's a customization policy that I don't only want to use only single failover, or I don't want single weightage. I want a combination of all these policies. So I can create a custom policy. Okay. So your request is coming here. I want to select, let's say, failover. So you can see here failover. So let's select Mumbai. Let's select Virginia. Now, if after this I want to select the weighted routing. So 10% here I'm sending, 60% I'm sending here, 30% I'm sending here. Next, I want to select the geolocation. So you can select any number of permutation combination here. Let's say I want to select the European region and send it to the machine. This will be my EC2 machine, EC2 machine. Yes. So here I'm creating a complex traffic policy. Okay. So here I'm giving permutation combination according to my use case, according to my requirement. I can create a routing policy. So you can see primary, this is my primary. Primary, the traffic will come here. It will be divided into different ratio, 10, 60, 30. From here, it is geolocation routing. Here I can send more information, latency based routing, or I can directly send to the machine. It's up to you how you want to create the logic of sending the traffic. Clear? So this is the traffic policy you can create. And that policy you can attach to a machine. So it is a chargeable service again, you can see. Okay, it will attach to my URL, $50 per month. Okay, If I'm using this policy, I will be getting charged and the use charge. So I can attach this policy into my domain name as it was showing. So you can create a custom policy. You can create the bias as well there, and there are more custom flexibilities available. Okay, so I can attach that policy in my Route 53. So this is the all different type of policy or routing permissions or permission combination available in Route 53. How you can distribute the traffic across different devices. Now, not only Route 53 distribute traffic to the EC2 machine, it also sends the traffic to different services. I will show you which services does it support. Okay, here we have selected the IP address. Till now we are sending the traffic to IP addresses. If I click on alias, so in alias means other service. So you can see it can send to AWS Gateway API, CloudFront, S3 bucket, global acceleration, load balancers. These are the different services that traffic Route 53 can send the traffic to. Now we have hosted a website in S3 bucket. Remember? Let's go to that bucket. So here is one my bucket where I have hosted a website. Let me delete all the things and let upload a new document here. Okay, let's host a new website here in this bucket. Now, if I go to this S3 bucket, this is my public URL. If I open this, you can see the website is hosted. Agree? The website is hosted, but you can see the URL is Amazon URL, not my URL. This is Amazon URL. I don't want to use Amazon domain name or DNS name. So I have purchased this domain name paruj.in. I want to integrate this thing with S3 bucket. So I can do that thing. How? Go to your hosted zone, create a record, click on alias. So basically a website is already hosted with some domain name and I want to map it with another domain name. So that is a alias. कि एक वेबसाइट ऑलरेडी चल रही है ये डोमेन नेम पे, मुझे उसको दूसरे डोमेन नेम पे मैप करना है. दैट इज कॉल्ड अलायस. सो यू कैन सिलेक्ट S3 in which region it will be Mumbai. मेरी बकेट मुंबई में है and you can see my website hosted in S3 and just create. Now what will happen? I have mapped my this domain name with S3 bucket hosted URL. Now what will happen if I refresh this peruse.in? The same website is been hosted or accessed by my custom domain name. Anybody has any question here? This is how the custom domain name can be used to host a website. Question. Is it clear? Yes or no? That I can host a website in S3 bucket and use that domain name with my custom domain name. Any question, guys? Hosting a website. Clear? Should I stop here? Anybody has any question? This is the end of your PPT. Anybody has any question? Please let me know.